A man has carried a private love for 7 years. Tonight she admits she felt it too. Between them stands a promise to a friend. 7 years. One confession. A choice. The story begins on a summer that feels simple. He meets his best friend's younger sister for the first time, and something shifts. It's not dramatic. It's quiet. It's the kind of feeling that settles into your bones before you even know it's there. He's Evan. She's Mara. And the man who asked him to stay away is Theo, his best friend since childhood. Evan remembers the exact moment Theo pulled him aside. They were in college. Mara had just turned 18. Theo's voice was calm but firm. "There's a line. I need you not to cross it." Evan didn't hesitate. He said yes. He meant it. The agreement becomes a rule that guides every choice that follows, and Evan swears to himself he can live with it. But watching someone you care about grow into the person they're becoming, that's harder than it sounds. Year 1 passes. Interest starts as curiosity. Evan notices small things. The way Mara laughs. How she thinks. He respects her mind before anything else. He chooses silence to keep the friendship intact, and the cost seems light at first. When she's in the room, he stays present but careful. When she leaves, he doesn't let himself wonder too long. Respect feels like a good enough substitute for honesty. Year 2 comes. The feeling doesn't fade. If anything, it roots deeper. It's respect now mixed with real affection. Evan watches her make her own choices, live her own life. He's proud of her. He's also burning inside, holding words that feel like they'll consume him if he keeps them trapped much longer. But he holds the line. Theo trusts him. That matters more than what he wants. Year 3. This is when it nearly breaks. It's raining. Evan and Mara are at a friend's house. The party winds down, and suddenly they're alone on the porch. The air between them shifts. She looks at him differently than she used to. His heart is hammering so hard he thinks she might hear it. She steps closer. He can feel her warmth. For one impossible second, everything is about to change. And then Evan leaves early. He makes an excuse. He drives home in the rain, hands shaking on the wheel. He drafts a text to Mara that night, deletes it, drafts another, deletes that one too. The rule holds, but the feeling doesn't fade. It just gets heavier. By year 4, waiting becomes a weight. Evan turns down dates that don't feel honest. How could they? He's not available. Not really. He spends nights editing drafts he never sends. Letters that start with, "I need to tell you something," and end with him hitting delete. The friendship with Theo stays strong. Stronger maybe because of this invisible sacrifice. But the silence grows heavier. Some days it feels like it's choking him. Then year 5 arrives and she tries a new path. She's dating someone else now. Evan hears about it from Theo. He congratulates her like a good friend should. He means most of it. But there's a part of him that breaks a little. She's choosing someone else. Someone allowed. Someone right. And he stays steady. He keeps the promise and the distance. They continue as friends. The line in the sand remains, and Evan wonders if this is what the rest of his life looks like. He asks himself hard questions in year 6. What is this vow protecting exactly? Friendship, trust, her freedom to choose without pressure from him. But is he protecting her, or is he just protecting himself from rejection? If he ever speaks, it must be with care and no pressure. Clear reasons. No pressure. Respect outcomes. He writes these words down and reads them like a prayer. Then her relationship ends. She doesn't give him details and he doesn't ask. He offers space. 7 years later, they're in her kitchen at night. Just a single lamp on. 2 mugs on the table. The sound of rain outside. And then she says it. The feeling has been there for years. Her voice is steady. I didn't name it before. I do now. I think you know what I'm talking about. I think you've always known. Evan's world tilts. Every year of silence rushes back at him. Every word he didn't say. Every moment he held back. And she's admitting it. She felt it too. The truth is simple. The choice is not. He doesn't respond immediately. They sit in that silence and it's different now. It's not the silence of secrets anymore. It's the silence of two people understanding that everything is about to change. I can't do this without being honest with Theo first, Evan finally says. Not because he doesn't want her, but because the only way to move forward is through, not around. They decide on a plan. 48 hours to breathe, to think, to remember why they're about to do this. Then they talk to Theo. No sneaking around. No secrets, building a foundation that will crack under weight. If this is going to happen, it happens with respect for everyone involved. The conversation with Theo happens in a neutral room, just the two men. Evan owns his part. He names the vow and the weight. I kept my promise, he says. But I kept it while feeling something I couldn't say. That's on me. And I'm sorry for the silence that changed the space between us.
Theo listen.
He breathes. He's hurt, that's clear. But he's also understanding. I set that rule a long time ago, he says. And I see now that I was trying to protect her from you. But I was also protecting myself from losing you both. That wasn't fair. He asks for time, but he doesn't say no. He asks for clear boundaries, for transparency, for everyone to move slowly. And they do. Love without secrecy is slower and harder. It is also cleaner. A shared calendar. A group chat where all three of them talk. New rules on screen. Waiting didn't guarantee an ending. Honesty didn't erase risk. Both made a door that can be walked through with care. If this were your choice, what would you do first? Tell the friend. Say nothing. Wait, what's your rule for hard truths? Because this story isn't about whether forbidden love is right or wrong. It's about what we owe to the people we claim to care about, even when what we want is pulling us in a different direction. If the story resonated with you, hit that like button. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And comment below, what would you have done in Evan's position? Would you have told Theo earlier? Would you have waited? Would you have said nothing at all? The answers you give say a lot about who you are. And your story matters too.